Hey, I hope today finds you well. Today I'm going to be talking about how no two people share the same experience. So, this is a very important thing. One of the key fundamental ideas to listening properly. You don't know what the other person's going through, and even if you do understand entirely, like your understanding eclipses theirs, um, there's still value in hearing what it is they have to say. So, listening effectively is about realizing that the experience that you're receiving from them even telling you a story is not the same experience that they are giving you. So no two people can perfectly hear each other, and no two people can perfectly find the words to say to give someone understanding, even if you've been married 40 years. That's part of the interesting thing and why people don't ever get boring to each other. But at the same, if you think you know what it is someone's saying, you've already lost. You've already decided that you're not listening. So listening is about emptying yourself and really getting in there into the crux of your experience is not the same. Um, Key example. I I've had two I call them lightning strikes in my life. Um, One is on May 17th of 2008. Both of my parents died in a motorcycle accident. I went through a series of emotions and hurdles, and they were tough. They were really tough. Like, uh, if your parents are still alive, you won't really understand this, but maybe you will. But if you have good parents, one of the things they give you is a set of expectations that have been hammered into you since birth. And they're the people that, if they're good parents, reinforce those ideas, and they help you morph them over time. My parents were proud of me. They didn't voice it very often, but that's another story. Um, but they, uh, being gone, I lost all of that pride they had in me. I wasn't being reinforced by the ideas that we had put together over all of that time. And on May 6th, 2020, my wife died. Now, that experience was entirely different from the experience of losing my parents in a motorcycle accident. She died actually behind me as I record this video. Is where, which is kind of morbid, but uh, she was she died from a pulmonary embolism. So that and even how that experience hits me is completely different, even though both are lightning strike, sudden death griefs. Um, she represented, so my parents represented my past, and she represented my future. I lost my future when she died. Um, Tough to really wrap my head around, but um, that's why I say no two, not even two experiences that the same person faces are the same. And you could lose your parents tomorrow, and we'd share a lot of themes. But because your life is unique, your grief is also unique. So it pays to listen and pay attention to the details. Figure out how someone's story isn't like yours, and maybe you gain something new, and figure out what it is like yours, and then maybe you can relate. And part of the grand experiment of life to me is that the beauty in that no two experiences are shared. And that is why I feel like it's super valuable to be a listener. Because I said this in one of my earlier videos, your noise is cured by someone else's noise. So maybe someone has developed a skill that you don't have, and you don't get it if you don't listen effectively. Or maybe if you listened more effectively, you could um, get from them or give to them an idea that you've mastered. So Remember, no two experiences are shared. Not completely. No two people go through the same pain, even from the same event. So, with that in mind, stop, slow down, and actually pay attention to the words, the meaning behind what it is that someone is saying. And I think there's an idea in meditation called mindfulness. If you can listen mindfully, put your attention into hearing what someone is saying, not just waiting for your opportunity to speak, you might be able to actually glean the experience of another. And it's a powerful, motivating thing to listen. Anyway, thanks for listening. Hope you have a great day.